Welcome to Funnel Candy, your home for sweet website reviews. I'm Darcy, and today we're reviewing Tango, a Chrome extension and desktop app that helps people capture, document, and share their processes with others. So we're going to look at their funnel, we'll look at some key pages on their website, and offer some suggestions for improvements. So without further ado, let's get to it. So this is Tango. This is their homepage. And we'll kind of walk through the funnel so you can get an idea of how the process works. So from their homepage, they have their main call to action, get Tango for free. So when a user clicks this, they're taken to the Chrome web store where they can then add the extension to Chrome. So if they click add extension, they'll be then prompted to create an account. Once they create an account and confirm their email, then they can go ahead and start using the Chrome extension. So it's a pretty straightforward funnel. There's not a whole lot going on, but there definitely are some things that we have that we can offer to recommend for improvements in their actual funnel. So let's start with the homepage. The homepage overall looks pretty great. It's clear, easy to read, but there are a few things that could be improved upon. The first thing is the color scheme. As you notice, they're using white text over a dark background. Through working with our clients, we found that it's always better to use a black text on a lighter color background, such as white or like a light gray. This just really helps improve readability with the website. So that would be one of the first things that I would recommend that they change. And it's kind of a trendy thing. I've seen a lot of websites doing this where they might have a hero image in the background with the white text on top, or like a moving image in the background. And it really makes the text difficult to read. And first thing that you want to focus on is, the usability of the website versus design. So focusing on how people are interacting and reading the website and really making sure that your message is clear is really critical. So that's the first thing. The second thing that I would offer is improving some social proof above the fold. And when I say above the fold, I mean what you see immediately when a web page loads without you having to scroll. So what I see here without having to scroll further down the page. So this is the key area that your visitors are going to see, and this is where you'll get most of your impact. So adding some social proof, such as testimonials, the number of Chrome users, their star ratings. So Tango actually has some really great social proof here. So you can see they have a 5-star rating. They have 200,000 plus users. Their reviews are exceptional, so they can grab a testimonial and throw it on their website. So they can add a lot to their homepage to really build the trust and why people should use their Chrome extension. So definitely recommend that. Also, a little tip is that they could use a testimonial as a headline. So sometimes if you find a really great testimonial that explains the product, and encourages people to use it, it's so much better when you can say, this person said this product's great versus, hey, I'm just telling you my product's great. It really builds that trust and credibility. So using a testimonial as a headline is a nice way to build social proof without taking up too much real estate above the fold. One thing too is that it's not immediately clear that it's a Chrome extension. They have this small little Tango's one of Google's 12 favorite Chrome extensions banner bars right here, but it's small, it's a little bit challenging to read. They could really play that up, either mentioning that it's a Chrome extension in the headline, in the headline, or even in the call to action, making it clear that it's actually a Chrome extension, because it's not immediately clear when you're just looking at the homepage. Another idea is they could change the layout on the homepage to a 2-column layout, where they move all of this stuff over to the left side, and then on the right side, they could actually add an image showing Tango in the Chrome store. Basically just taking a screenshot of this, putting it here, and making that image linkable. So it kind of gives users an idea of what's going to happen next in the funnel. So they could see immediately that it's a Chrome extension. If they click it, they know that they're going to be taken to Google to then install the Chrome extension. So that's a good way to kind of make users feel a little bit more comfortable with what's happening next. So I'd recommend trying that too. Let's see. Another thing that you can do is test different headlines and subheadlines. This is one of the easiest ways we've seen our clients get some big wins. It's an easy thing to test because it's just text. You don't have to make too many crazy design layouts. You're not changing the funnel structure or anything like that. So if you go over to if you go over to funnelcandy.com, we've written up a whole website review for Tango. It's kind of a more detailed summary of what I'm saying in this video. So here we have everything that I'm saying, but then some. So here we have the actual headlines that we've written out. So these are some headlines that Tango could test. For example, faster than screenshotting, easier than video editing. This was taken from their features page. We also have a testimonial that we took from one of their reviews in the Chrome app. So a game-changing Chrome extension for anyone documenting processes. So as I mentioned before, you're getting social proof because you're using a testimonial and you're kind of explaining what the product is. You're saying it's a Chrome extension, anybody that's documenting processes. And just a note, we use the word game-changing because that phrase came up a lot in the reviews. So once you see your user feedback, if people are using the same phrase over and over and over as a way to describe your product, it's great if you can implement that on your own site because you're using the same verbiage as your users are using, and it just really resonates with them. And we've seen a lot of wins with our clients using this strategy. And it's also easier for you when you're writing sales copy because you don't have to come up with, you're not writing with a blank slate. You can look at your reviews, you can get ideas from what your actual users are saying. And it's a really great way to start from the ground up. If you're not really sure where to start with a testimonial. Another thing that we can test on Tango's website is changing the call to action. So that's this button, the main button, Get Tango for Free. There's always ways you can improve your calls to action. We have a lot listed here in our document. One of the ideas was to change it from get to try. It's just a little bit of a softer approach. Get kind of has this connotation that there's going to be a lot of work involved with the next steps. Oh, what do I have to do to go get something? But try, it's like, oh yeah, sure, I'll try it. It's just a little bit more casual. So we've seen some big wins, which is changing the verbiage of the call to action. Another little trick is to add a text link below the call to action. So try Tango for free, get Tango in the Chrome store. So it kind of indicates that it's a Chrome app. So adding a text link below the main call to action, you'd be shocked at how many people we see click the text link over the main button. And even though they're going to the same place, it's just another way for users to click and engage and get through the funnel. So always add a text link below your calls to action. You can see some really great wins using that strategy. Another thing I would be curious to ask Tango is how many people are clicking certain elements on their page. So are the majority of people clicking Get Tango for Free? I'm assuming they are, but I don't know that for sure. How many people are actually clicking Watch Video? So there's a tool that you can use that a lot of our clients use. We use it. It's called Hotjar. It's free. It's a great way for you to view how your users are interacting with your website. So you can see heat maps, scroll maps. You can launch polls to actually get feedback, what people like, what they don't like. You can also see what elements people are clicking. So I would ask Tango, if I was working with them as their consultant, I would say, hey, what does your Hotjar feedback say? How many people are actually clicking the video? If it turns out that a lot of people are engaging with the video, then I would suggest to them that they actually embed the video on their homepage, and they could do, again, a 2-column layout, moving all of this information to the left, embedding the video to the right here where users can quickly and easily see there's a video they can access. They can click the play button. They don't have to click another button, have it overlay, and then they watch the video there. I would also ask Tango, what other elements are users clicking and interacting with? I always focus on the menu bar with my clients to see what people are clicking. So if a lot of people are clicking features and pricing, that might mean that they want more information before actually signing up. So you might want to highlight that further in the funnel. Instead of maybe linking to get the Chrome extension straight away, you might want to add another page in the funnel where they have to go to features first to get a little bit more information, or even highlighting some of this stuff on the homepage above the fold to further explain what the Chrome extension is. Pricing is a big one that we see with our clients and a lot of the websites that we work with. People always want to know what the pricing is. Sometimes it can be great to show the pricing up front. Sometimes it can be a negative thing. It can actually hurt conversions. So if people are engaging a lot with pricing or are not engaging a lot with pricing, you might want to consider moving it. You don't have to necessarily remove it completely from the page, but you can move it further down the page, not highlighting it right at the top of the page here. You could actually put it in the footer, somewhere else where people get pricing further down the road, maybe not highlighting it up front. Especially here in this case, because people can use Tango for free. They have a premium version where they would have to pay, but it's not necessarily something that they need to highlight straight away. So that's something to consider. Also, if there's elements in your menu bar that people aren't engaging with, just remove them, or like I said, move them further down the page, maybe in the footer bar, because it can be distracting having a lot of information that's not really user-friendly. It's not really moving them through the funnel. Just remove it, because you really want people just to have a clear call to action, tell them what they should do next, and make that clear on what they should actually do. So that's just a little tip. Another thing that we've seen work really well, speaking of menu bars, is adding some social proof to the menu bars. So for example, because Tango has exceptional reviews, they could add a reviews link here in the menu bar that would take them to the reviews in Chrome. So that way they can see all these wonderful reviews in Chrome, and they're right here on the extension page where they can install the Chrome extension. So that might be a little tip that I give them. Or if they didn't want to take people straight off the page there, they could link further down the page where they've got some really great reviews on their home page. So that's a way to add some social proof above the fold without taking up too much real estate. So now getting into a little bit more of the funnel. Actually, let me jump back real quick. I wanted to show you, we did a quick mock-up of the home page. And let me just show you here. Here we go. So here's a quick mock-up that we did. It's got the different color schemes. So we have the white background with black text overlay. You can see it's a little bit easier to read. We've got the headline, it's clear and concise. We have a testimonial. We're adding social proof. We're telling people they can save time. It's just, telling people what it is, how it can help them. We have a clear call to action with the text link below, so they can either click this or this to get to the Chrome extension. We have some more social proof below with how many users are using it. Another benefit, they're saving time. And then we have the video that's embedded below, so users can easily click through and see how the product is used and see why they'd want to use it. So this is just a quick mock-up that we did to show, what it might look like if Tango did implement some of the suggestions that we are recommending. Just looking through this here too, I also forgot to mention, we see this time and time again where clients will embed and hide some of their best sales copy in their emails. So they're never actually displayed on their website. So once we go through the funnel and we sign up for a lot of our clients' products, we'll get a bunch of their emails because they have marketing emails that they're sending out. And we see some really great sales copy buried in the emails that nobody's ever going to see unless they sign up. So for example, Tango had this little golden nugget in one of their emails. 50% of Tango users save 3+ hours per week. That's huge. If you knew that you could save that much time using Tango, you would, right? So putting this or highlighting this on the homepage above the fold is also a suggestion. And also I'd recommend to Tango that they look through some of their emails and the sales copy they have in the emails and see how they can leverage that on their homepage or in other pages of their funnel. Okay, so jumping back, let's look at some ways that the funnel could be improved. So as I mentioned before, when people click here to get Tango, they go here, they install it on Chrome, then they have to sign up. That's the very first step. In order to use the extension, they have to first create an account. There's nothing wrong with that. That's great. It's a free account, but there might be a little bit of a barrier because users might want to use it before creating an account. They might want to try it. They might want to see. They're not sure if it's right for them yet. So we are recommending that Tango try to kind of flip that around a little bit where people can install the extension and then actually use the extension and then be prompted a little bit later on to create an account. So they can start using the extension. They can create what are called workflows in Tango, where they're starting to capture and document some of their processes and procedures. And then once they want to save their workflow, that's when they would be prompted to create an account. So this gives users the ability to try the extension, to see if they like it, to play around a little bit before they actually have to commit and create an account. So it's flipping the funnel around a little bit, but we don't think it would hurt their conversions at all. We still think people would sign up, especially looking at how many people love the product, and how great the reviews are, and the fact that it's free. We think they actually could improve their conversions down the road and maybe even get more people to then sign up for their enterprise product. If you have more people using the free version, you're going to get more people that are going to use a paid version. So it's something to consider with their actual funnel. Another page that we looked at, and it's a key page, is their pricing page. So I'm going to go ahead and jump right over there. And we see this time and time again with a lot of our clients. They'll just have the headline pricing like Tango does here, and then they jump right into the pricing. So this is prime real estate, just like it is on the homepage above the fold. This is a great place where you can add sales copy, add some reassurance to let your users know why they want to pay for it versus just saying, hey, pay for it. So we have a couple mock-ups over here. If we go back to funnelcandy.com, where I can show you just a few examples of how we tried to improve the pricing page a little bit by adding some sales copy. And this is admittedly a little bit text heavy, but it's just an example. You could just do one headline, save you and your team hours each week. Your boss will love you for it. But we added a testimonial below to add a little bit more social proof, and then we have the subhead, and then it leads right into the pricing. So this is one example. This could be cleaned up a little bit using a shorter testimonial, but this is one example. We also did another example where we have a list of benefits and ways that people can save time. They can share information with their teammates. They can update individual steps and screenshots without redoing your whole process, et cetera, et cetera. So you can also list some benefits and then jump right into pricing. So optimizing this real estate before getting right into pricing is a great way to try to improve your conversion rates. So I'd highly recommend doing that for all of your pricing pages out there that don't have a whole lot of sales copy above the fold. It doesn't have to take up too much space, but it really can have a huge impact, especially if you add a guarantee, a risk-free trial, or whatever may help people feel a little bit more comfortable with paying for it. If there's a guarantee, something like that, it's something to consider. So overall, that's the feedback that we have for Tango, and we hope that you enjoyed this website review. If you want to get more website reviews, we review websites every single week at funnelcandy.com. Be sure you visit funnelcandy.com and sign up for our email newsletter. And if you have a website that you want us to review and offer our feedback on, let us know. You can sign up and fill out a form, and we review these websites every week. So if you submit your form to have your website reviewed, we look at each and every single one of those. So let us know, and we look forward to seeing you next week. Thank you.